Hello, Internet. Fellow Warriors of Light. Can I even call us Warriors of Light? Are we still Warriors of Light? Or has that changed? Are we now just adventurers? That'd be interesting going forwards. Tataru has something to say to us. Some newfound adventure to take us on. And she's going to give us a reward for it. Tataru's putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. Oh, Imogen, how lovely to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Yes, so. Take a seat then, and I'll find us something to nibble on as well. I can't remember what voice I do for any of these characters, and it doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. Because my voice acting is awful. We all know it. I certainly know it. Sound effect. Ooh. A spot of tea and a dozen cakes. It's all very quiet.
It's so much quieter these days.
Excellent voice acting. We're just smiling at the fact that Alphino's not here.
But I'm pining for your return, you understand?
Yeah.
I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors.
She's a dreadlord. No.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
Money making. Don't you have a business to run?
What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
No. A grand new adventure, of course.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough?
Nah.
Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion.
Oh, really?
You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats.
That was us.
For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel the world in search of wonder.
Well, Emet-Selch did give us a list. You're right. Who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered? ... Ooh, what's that texture seam on our shoulder?
The spirit. I can feel from here the blazing fire that just lit in your belly.
Really? Are you sure that's not just the wine?
All you need is a destination.
The glass of blood you were drinking? No.
If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Go into my basement. No.
Thavner. That's where you should go next.
Okay. Well, we do have the South Sea
You were
Isles.
able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzatan the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ritra would be pleased to see you.
Yeah.
Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance.
Yes, because the Empire is gone.
Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
How exciting. A new adventure.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
No, Emmett, I have not. But
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
I certainly did. Tataru and Emet-Selch are on the same wavelength.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
Uh-huh. Let's go.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes.
Tataru.
But it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before
Yeah, okay.
you can finish another cup of tea.
But I make sure it has pockets. Just stares at me. Tataru's death stare, like, how dare you suggest it not have pockets? That's a sheep.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care.
I don't want a sheep on my outfit. Well, maybe I do want a sheep on my outfit.
Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
That feels like it's a placeholder item.
I am one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
Yeah, Maybe we are going to get a piece of clothing with a sheep
I'll
on.
make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
Yeah, I forgot to empty my bags, didn't I? What's that face, Imogen?
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
How long do you think it takes us to make a cup of tea? Oh. Screenshot failed? Isn't that the helmet of one of the Garleans? Ooh! Screenshot failed. Newfound Adventure. Clearly it doesn't want us taking photos in that cutscene. I guess. That's interesting. But it might still have saved them because I was hitting print screen. Who was that? That crown made me think of
You're awake.
one of the guys from Heavensward, the guy with the orange helmet that was on the big airship that got downed in Azizlar, that I can't remember the name of because it was 6+ years ago. Hi, Tataru. Giving me bad dreams. A little bit of stretching. Yeah, I don't want to...
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing.
Not, yes, you do. No denials.
You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream?
No!
Or are you just looking forward
Quite
to the
disturbing,
next chapter of
actually.
your grand saga. Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall.
So I shall.
If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
The Diamond Forge? Where's that? Should I know where that is? Is that a place here in Mordona? I guess it is if we're walking. I hear well, and by here I mean I've read the patch notes, that Dark Knights had some fixes and changes and stuff. I still haven't decided what... I don't think I am actually maining anything this expansion. I've been really enjoying Sage. This is the Diamond Forge, yeah. I really, really like Reaper. Oh, I've turned off the hotbar for that. Oh, yeah. But my Dark Knight is, you know, woefully undergeared in comparison to, 571 versus 575. Wait, what? Oh, it's because I bought a load of the accessories and the sword to go with. I was going to say, and my sage. Where's the sage icon? There, 576 for sage. So yeah, I was reasonably busy. There's not a lot in it actually, but I suppose this level syncs up, doesn't it? Yeah, I've no idea realistically what I'm playing, but for general solo stuff, Reaper seems like a good bet. Observe as the artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. Only need a moment, you'll see. I find it very difficult to nap. Little more room in the shoulders, open up the cuffs, a final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream ready for a bold new adventure? It looks like a rehash of the level 1 gear. Well, the level 5 gear. I'm so glad you approve. You've outdone yourself, Tataru. I'm not going to ask about cash because it's Tataru and I don't want to encourage her. Oh, stop. You'll make me blush. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Nod. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. She's got to apply that business. They'll look at you, famous hero, and wonder where did she purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders to Taru's boutique. I'm a walking billboard. Wonderful. Mwahaha! I can hear it now. The merry clink clink of gill overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Oh, we get earrings and a necklace as well. That's interesting. Do I have enough inventory space for this? Never even thought to check. But wait. Ahem. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. Collection expanded, the unending codex. To who? Though publicly known as the organization's receptionist, Tataru also serves as the Scion's coin keeper, a role she executes with an enthusiastic cunning that borders on the terrifying. Got some backstory of her. Some stuff on the Scions. Some stuff on the final days. The Unending Codex is now available in the collection. New entries for prominent even. Terms and characters will be added to the codex as you progress through the main scenario quests. Yes, that actually I don't have. Why do I have so little inventory space? Right, 1 second. Through the power of basic editing techniques, we're back. We've got a Newfound Adventure glamour going on. Admittedly, our scythe kind of gets in the way. Let's turn that off. Look at all these adventurers. Tataru. Bountiful Ruins. As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the science, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumours to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnir, I suggest you explore your options at Emet-Selch, the finest drinking establishment in Razatan. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale-tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Temujin, and may fair fortune find you. Thank you, evil mastermind behind the Asians. Let us go to Ilsabad. Boom. Do, 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 do. I believe... Yes, we do have an Ethernet point. Something tells me... Jalheen. Why does that name ring a bell? Also, why is there a Vista point here? I'm not going to try and do the Thavnarian accents. Welcome to Emet-Selch. Hi! Oh, hello. I did not recognise you at first. Are you here alone? Where will you find your table? Oh, the pixely stitching. Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Ah, there he is. Professor Jalheen. I thought I saw him come in. Jalheen rings a bell. Why does the name ring a bell? Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mayhan's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy from him is on the house. Buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Marie found out I'd a coin from Thavnir's saviour, she would have been scrubbing pots for a week. That's handy. Hello, Jalheen. Yes? The following event cannot be skipped. Uh-oh. And what may I do for you, my Orsian friend? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are, one of Myriad's finest. Enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. All old people sound the same according to my voice acting. Oh. Jalheen empties the cup in a single pull. Uh-oh. That was very kind of you, miss, but I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Information. Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Alzadal? Maybe? He was Khan of the Ori how do you pronounce that? Ori? Ari tribe, which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland and a key thing in the history of Razatan. I think we have. His decision to aid the Arkasodara is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Alzadal III, who is known for his deeds as satrap in Razathan's earlier days. Some attest that this man travelled to another world entirely, and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. Then there is the tale of the sunken vaults. Is that going to be our dungeon? The one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Alzadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. That is going to be our dungeon. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Razathan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hearty souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle. Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Malil, another round for the professor. I see we've reached an understanding. At least he's not milking it. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the professor. Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayhan. Gulp. Jalhin gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Yes. Those who did return... have they got a hiccuping emote now? Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama's a fellow connoisseur of spirituous potables. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear, but he did have a... No, I could say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. I am no stranger to peril. Don't take this simplistic adventurer's garb. Oh, is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale, then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Well... Ahem. The very edge of existence? From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognise you now. You're the hero of the final days. Drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Really ill. More of the same, if you please. As you wish. But this one is on your coin, Professor. Jalhil drains yet another cup dry. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of ours, he was desperate to find a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant. What's his name? Bah, forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend. Will you have more drinks? A wink. Your drink, sir. Ah, marvellous, I am parched. The little gulps down the cup of water. that was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. I see. A shame. I don't know where this accent's going. To have overindulged. I'm put in the mind of the words of Master Jalzahn. Jalzahn. That might be the one that we know. Be wary of how much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallow you. Forgive me. I will subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with his armor, well, as I said, we share a task for the Mayhan's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Jalheen has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you will need to locate a man by the name of Azama, who I assume is the guy over here that other people have been speaking to. That's not the jump button on this controller. Yes, oh no, this is a younger person. Yes, I am Azama, and who might you be? Well, true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Alzadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault, and that look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Alzadal thirds, even the worldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavour. So I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashal, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact routes, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With what meagre wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Alzadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. Newfound adventure for us.
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
Uh-huh.
What's all this about?
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness? So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake?
Oh, he's an asshole. Wonderful.
What have you to offer in payment?
Though he's a merchant, so kind of...
As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Thing is, though, people who have money probably don't need to... Well, no, people who have money probably just want more money. Capitalism. Ah!
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
How do you know this? Have you been and checked it out?
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage.
Ah, so we actually need it.
You may find the ruins hidden in the Bounty, You won't be setting foot inside without this in your
So
possession.
why have you not been and done it?
A priceless artifact it is. Discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
Trust. I do not.
This map is the keys of fabulous riches.
What's that zoom for?
To simply give it away.
Ah. We need Stoller here
Glad
to
I am
test
no
it.
such king boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Harsh. Oh.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt
I
me
can't
to
tell if he's
what I
sincere or
powerless to
overacting.
claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden.
Oh, is he
hoard
part
they
of the
stand to
scam?
uncover.
He's part of the scam. This is a con. Uh-oh. No. No, 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 no. Do not, Estinian. Not known for his monetary intelligence.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Who, me? He looks dirty.
A fortune, you say?
Well, yes.
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want
I feel like this is a con. Maybe I'm just skeptical. Estinian?
I'll take it. Will this cover the price? Well met, my friend.
Hi. Time for a treasure hunt?
Someone is dressed for adventure.
Who, me? Says you. Mr. Rags.
Why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
Did Tataru know that Estinian was here? Well, no, of course Tataru knew that Estinian was here, because Tataru knows everything. Did Tataru know that he was here in the markets?
Ruins beneath the Bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
How odd.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
He's gonna...
Mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Oh, was the kid in on it or not?
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
What if it is genuine and the guy didn't know? I never took you for a treasure hunter.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself.
He is a good-hearted man.
If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help
Well
ease the
done,
struggles
Estinian.
of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
You are a good man.
I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Yes, in the drowned city. Drowned something. City of Scala? That was that one, wasn't it? That was a ways back. What is that
Come
face?
now. You know Alphino needs every encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Yes, he likes to talk. That's a new animation, isn't it? In fact, there's
Speaking
more
of precocious
smoothness of facial
The boy in
animation.
the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Estinian, you are worldly and wise.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims.
This is what I said.
Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent.
Wonder how much
Whether the
money he
man
actually
reaches to
gave.
the vault or not.
Oh, Estinian. I'm impressed. Also, I think that's the most you've ever said in one sentence.
You are coming along, yes?
Nah, you go for it. No. Naturally. Shall we split the expenses? Why is Estinian so much taller than we are?
I thought as much.
Is he on a box? Oh no, it was just the angle.
Let's see about securing a vessel.
Ba, 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 ba. That was cool. Foreshadowing. That lad's going to play into this later on. Probably with guilt or tragedy. Because, you know, it's FF14. Estinian. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavner at Vitra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast and made his proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the raiding host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsya is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. Hello, Matsya. No, that's the chocobo. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? Stuff. Adventure. So, you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. And considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favour. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. He's going to stow away. Ooh, that texture work on the side of the barn. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Estinian. You've got to remember, though, that he was the freaking Azure Dragoon. It's not like he's some just random chap. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast? Oh yeah, he's got his fancy arm on as well. I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavner? You are, I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Sir Charlie, see? The map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done. I beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would have... well, would be... Enough. I knew your game and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. Hi! You are kind to overlook the wrong I've done you. But there's more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Zashal selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. And the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you. Maybe, I don't know, 3? Well, 2 others. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the 2 of us, there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... Fine, we'll get a tank and a healer. Now you've kind of made it cry. We could invite our comrades. That we could. And assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas on whom to approach? The scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. That's interesting. And Graha would be more than willing to come and help us out. Aye, Kyle may have our hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man is as strong as you. Is he so? Strong, I mean? Yes. What is your name, boy? Murad, sir. That name rings a bell. Well, Murad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do. But what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with 2 grubby orphans. Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. Oh! I was so confused for a second because he turned away and I thought he was talking to us. It's like, no, we know who you are. He's talking to the boy. For God's sake. I'm actually awake as well. It's not like I'm, half asleep or whatever. Dear Lord. Soup. Estinian is ready to escort Murad to safety. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Murad. Do me a favour and don't stray from the path. Okay. Interesting that there were multiple options. I wonder if we just happen to choose the one that goes somewhere or leads somewhere. Just thought another thing that I wanted to check. You can diets. Just checking. Ojika! Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Demagen. What might the students do for you? Gra? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Kryle. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. We did promise Graha, so... Oh, hello!
Ah, Ojika, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Hello!
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
Yes.
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
How long's it actually been? What are the two of you working on?
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities.
Sounds riveting.
We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added
Numenon.
them to the collection we recovered from the
For
Isle of
Numenon.
Thal.
No, that was a different place, wasn't it?
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come.
Well, I have a different proposition.
But what brings you to the annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dust.
Oh no, I find that fascinating. Not what? No. Oh, as in surely you didn't. Yes. I'm in need of an able tank, essentially.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition.
Yes. And I promised somebody an adventure.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task.
Darn.
On the subject of which I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Graha is drooling.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Oops.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
How long has it been? It can't have been too long.
Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Not yet. You were our first
Then
choice.
might I suggest we invite your Stola?
There was going to be my second choice.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found.
I wonder how this could have branched depending on which you chose.
We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay. Suits me. Bring the sassy cat.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Uh-huh. Are we just going to get the whole team?
The students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
Why?
From what I can gather, the Loperites are looking to make improvements to their own creation.
Uh-oh.
I wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy.
We're just going to get the whole gang, aren't we? So we've got the full spread to choose from for the dungeon.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Methinks this is thine intelligent plan. / determined. I want to know how to get that emote.
Safe travels.
I assume we're going to
but
get
don't
it from the
forget,
MSQ.
I'd still like your help
Which is
with that
actually
other
why I'm
matter I
playing the
mentioned.
MSQ right now. Because I wanted to use it for thumbnails. Sad as that may be. What is this other matter?
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Graha's second favourite place. Poor Kryl. Does Kryl have a job? As in, like, a character class? I assume he does. He does? Clearly not a he. Ah, this is the thing that we saw in the trailer. No, not for now. What the hell is a muxmoloy? I will keep trying to jump over there. Nice pose. Nice outfit, actually. That's a nice glamour. I congratulate you. Stola? Have you fallen asleep on the books? Oh, Stola. She's having a cat nap. Aww.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
No, she must be tired. Shh. They've definitely added some facial animation here, haven't they? We're just gonna sit and wait. Stola's gonna wake up and lose her shit. Just play with her ears. No. Oh.
Close my eyes for one moment.
Oh.
How long have you two been here?
We just arrived. There's a little smirk there.
Did you now? I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
I thought the music had cut out, like, because something had broken. It's a lot of study.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
Uh-huh.
Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library.
Especially not on this floor, which is the basic floor that everybody has access to.
So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past.
Alzadal did it?
A
Maybe.
means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
Nothing's impossible.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Yeah, it wasn't like a 2-month jobby.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite.
Stola loves a challenge.
A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
On the subject of which...
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
Yeah.
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world.
Yes. Curiosity?
If those
piqued.
tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
So you'll come and help then?
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Nowish?
Achiali by ship. But before that, we thought to extend...
Oh, whence, as in from where?
As well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him and be on our way.
And that will mean that we've got enough for a full party, wouldn't it? I see you, Mammoth. Just looking at the stack of books that Stola's left behind. I say. Stola has been added to the Unending Codex. The Reflections has been added to the Unending Codex. The Crystal Tower has been added to the Unending Codex. Oh, I should probably talk to our... I don't see Thancred anywhere. Was he not supposed to be travelling with Urianger? I visited Labyrinthos on several occasions recently, but I've not set foot in Thalmazane since we boarded the Ragnarok. It is time to practice my Urianger voice. Despite the fact that the voice actor doesn't employ it as strongly as I do anymore.
Our illustrious champion.
Who, me?
Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure.
Yes, and because we're looking for simple, we're going to go and search for Alphanut. No.
I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Indeed. It is good to see you well.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
That's me. IRL too.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust.
Well, you've got the Loporits to deal with.
Plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed.
So where is he?
Travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies.
Surprise!
As you may recall, the Loporits had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them.
Yeah, what could they do with it?
But I return to offer mine own counsel.
Extra housing?
This has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
You have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle.
Yes. Yes, we have.
I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loporits now stand convinced that adventurers...
Oh, they're going to turn it in...
treasure hunts.
Oh, is this going to be the new, Deepest Dungeon thing? The Loporits are going to create one on the moon for us. Eventually.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and...
So it's a second gold saucer.
...bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
Oh dear.
What of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
Weirdly enough, on the seeking out treasure. On the hunt.
Fascinating.
The Loporits were indeed right.
Indeed, a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
I like how it's all bringing things together. I mean, obviously these threads were set up at the end of 6.0. And probably months before.
I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation.
Good long while.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Yet.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise.
Yes.
Shall we be on our way?
We have enough to form a party. Whatever.
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Oh. On the subject of someone else. Hi!
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits. It seems our paths were not
The
crossed.
rabbits. How was your pilgrimage?
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter.
Bit of bants.
In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos.
Aftermath of the fall of the Gallian Empire, I'd imagine.
A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches.
Yes, we don't need any more of those. Not for a while yet.
So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seen fit to gather?
No reason.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
It is not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to
Yeah.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
But...
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I?
Nope.
In all seriousness, it is best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
Uh-huh.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
We will. Nod.
Till we meet again.
See ya. I wonder where Alfie and Alice are. I should know, because I went to see them. They're in Gollimold, aren't they?
Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going to go to the dungeon. Probably. I noticed that we've got a new walk start animation. That kind of eases us into it. Speak with a Estinian in Akali. Be interested to see if I can actually remember how to play Reaper as well, because I haven't touched it in weeks. Ah, the thrill of imminent adventure. I never tire of this feeling. Just imagine the possibilities. Don't know what that voice was. In my travels, I spied many a child wandering alone, orphans in all likelihood. Their homes raised by beasts and blasphemies can be rebuilt. The void left by those we have lost cannot be so easily filled. I will pray to Sandy for your safe return. May the wealth of her blessings guide you to the treasure you seek. I send you to recruit Graha, and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Matsya's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. Ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs in the shallows there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. I don't really need any food. I don't use it. Despite his misgivings, I wager Murad remains in that merchant's employ. What, is this going to be our dungeon quest? Something tells me this is going to be our dungeon quest, so I'm going to leave this first episode there. Very, very entertaining so far. No huge surprise that it's entertaining. I did like, however, that little, right at the start, that little bit of foreshadow cutscening in the mysterious place with the armored guy covered in black. I do feel like it looked like the guy from Azizlar. And I can't remember what their name was. I'll stick it up on screen if I remember. Suddenly, Chocobo. I'll catch you all in the next episode where one assumes that we are going to do a dungeon. Until then, folks, hope you've enjoyed this first chunk and reaction. I suspect I've been pulling silly faces throughout. Until next time, have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.